What if the matches you are about to watch today don't follow the script everyone expects? What if the favorites struggle to break through, the underdogs quietly take control, and the scorelines end up surprising even the most confident fans? Football has always been unpredictable. That's what makes it powerful. That's what makes it exciting. And that's exactly why correct score predictions are never just about guessing. They are about reading patterns, understanding team behavior, analyzing tempo, and identifying those small details that most people overlook. Today, we are diving deep into 4 carefully selected matches. These are not just random fixtures. Each one has a story behind it. Each one carries a different rhythm, a different tactical approach, and a different kind of pressure. But here's the important part. Some of these predictions will feel tight and cautious. Others may look surprising. And one of them might completely challenge what you think is going to happen. So don't skip ahead. Stay with the analysis, because every match builds on a different idea, and by the end, you might start seeing these games from a completely new perspective. Let's begin. Match 1, Wigan vs Leyton Orient. Full analysis, Wigan vs Leyton Orient. This is one of those matches that many people might underestimate at first glance. It doesn't carry the global spotlight, but when you look closely, it has all the ingredients of a very tactical and unpredictable contest. Wigan, as a team, tends to approach games with a structured mindset. They are not overly aggressive from the start, and they don't always rush forward looking for early goals. Instead, they try to maintain balance, keep their defensive shape intact, and gradually build their way into the match. However, there's something important to note about Wigan. While they can be organized, they sometimes struggle when facing teams that are patient and disciplined. When the opponent refuses to open up space, Wigan can find it difficult to break through quickly. Now let's shift focus to Leyton Orient. Leyton Orient comes into this kind of match with a very clear idea. Stay compact, stay focused, and wait for the right opportunity. They are not a team that needs to dominate possession to be effective. In fact, they are often more comfortable when they don't have the ball. This creates an interesting dynamic. Wigan may have more control of the ball, but control does not always mean danger. Leyton Orient will likely sit deep, limit space, and force Wigan into slower, more predictable attacking patterns. And here's where the match begins to tilt. When a team is forced to play slowly against a compact defense, frustration can build. Passes become more cautious, movements become more predictable, and chances become harder to create. At the same time, Leyton Orient will be watching closely for moments to break forward. Not constantly, not recklessly, but selectively. One quick transition, one defensive mistake, one well-timed move. That's all it takes. Now imagine the flow of this match. Wigan controlling possession, but struggling to create clear chances. Leyton Orient staying disciplined, waiting patiently. And then, a single moment changes everything. A goal that doesn't come from dominance, but from precision, from patience, from timing. And once that goal is scored, the entire dynamic shifts. Wigan pushes forward, trying to respond. Leyton Orient defends deeper, becoming even more compact. Time passes, chances come, but none are fully converted. And the result holds. Correct score prediction, 0-1 am. Narrow, disciplined win built on patience and defensive strength. If the first match is about patience and a single decisive moment, the next one is about tension, especially in the first half. Match 2, Real Sociedad B vs Eibar. First half analysis, Real Sociedad B vs Eibar. This is a match that may not explode with action immediately, but that doesn't mean it lacks intensity. In fact, this is the kind of game where the first half becomes a tactical chess match. Let's start with Real Sociedad B. As a developing side, they focus heavily on structure, discipline, and control play. They are not likely to take unnecessary risks early in the game. Their priority is to stay organized, maintain shape, and avoid conceding early. Now consider Eibar. Eibar is known for being competitive, but also cautious in certain situations, especially at the beginning of matches. They don't always rush forward aggressively in the opening minutes. Instead, they assess, adapt, and look for patterns before committing fully. This sets the stage for a very specific kind of first half. A slow build-up, limited risk-taking, careful positioning, both teams respecting each other's structure. And when both sides approach the game this way, something very predictable happens. The tempo drops, chances become rare, midfield battles dominate the game, defenses stay intact. Now imagine watching this first half unfold. A lot of movement, but not many clear opportunities. A lot of control, but not much penetration. Both teams trying to find weaknesses, but neither willing to expose themselves too early. This is not about attacking power. This is about discipline. about patience, about waiting. And when both teams are waiting, nothing breaks, at least not yet. That's why the first half of this match is expected to remain balanced, controlled, and without goals. Halftime correct score prediction 0-0, a tactical stalemate defined by caution and structure. Now we move into a match where balance plays a completely different role, because sometimes balance doesn't mean control. Sometimes it means equality. Match 3, Las Palmas vs Granada. Full analysis. Las Palmas vs Granada. This is one of the most balanced matches on the list. Both teams have qualities that can influence the game, but neither side has a clear overwhelming advantage. And when you have that kind of balance, the result often reflects it. Let's start with Las Palmas. They are a team that prefers controlled build-up. They like to keep possession, move the ball carefully, and create openings through structured play rather than chaos. But here's the challenge. Against a well-organized opponent, controlled build-up can become predictable. If the opposition reads the patterns correctly, it becomes difficult to create clear chances. Now let's look at Granada. Granada tends to be more direct. They don't always focus on long periods of possession. Instead, they look for quicker ways to move forward, especially when space becomes available. This creates a very interesting contrast. One team building slowly, one team moving more directly, but both teams capable of scoring. Now imagine how this match plays out. Las Palmas controls the ball, trying to dictate tempo. Granada stays alert, waiting for moments to break forward. Eventually, one side finds a goal, but the other responds. Because in a balanced match, momentum rarely stays with one team for too long. It shifts, it changes, it moves from one side to the other. And when both teams have the ability to capitalize on those shifts, the result often ends level, not because of lack of quality, but because of equal strength, equal opportunity, equal execution. Correct score prediction 1-1 AM balanced contest where both sides find the net, but neither pulls away. And now we come to the final match, a match where discipline, patience, and timing once again take center stage. Match 4, Shirak vs Ararat-Armenia. Full analysis. Shirak vs Ararat-Armenia. This is a match that may not be high-scoring, but it is full of tactical depth. Shirak, as a team, tends to approach games with caution. They are not overly aggressive, especially against stronger or more structured opponents. Their focus is often on maintaining defensive organization and avoiding mistakes. But here's the issue. When a team becomes too focused on defending, they can limit their own attacking opportunities. They become reactive rather than proactive. Now let's consider Ararat-Armenia. Ararat-Armenia is a team that knows how to manage games. They don't rush unnecessarily, but they are capable of controlling key moments. They understand when to push forward and when to stay disciplined. This gives them an important advantage. They can adapt, they can read the game, and most importantly, they can capitalize on small openings. Now picture how this match unfolds. A slow start, both teams feeling each other out. Limited chances in the early stages. But as the game progresses, one team begins to find small spaces. Not big chances, just small openings. And in tight matches, small openings are enough. One goal, that's all it takes. Once that goal is scored, the game becomes even more controlled. The leading team focuses on maintaining structure, while the trailing team struggles to break through. Time moves, pressure builds, but the defense holds, and the result remains unchanged. Correct score prediction 0-1 AM narrow win built on discipline, timing, and control. Let's go over all the predictions once again. Wigan vs Leyton. Orient 0-1. Real Sociedad B vs Eibar, halftime 0-0. Las Palmas vs Granada 1-1. Shirak vs Ararat-Armenia 0-1. 4 matches. For different styles. 4 completely different stories. Now it's your turn. Which of these predictions do you believe in the most? Which one do you think could go differently? Because no matter how much analysis goes into football, the beauty of the game is that anything can happen. If you enjoy this level of detailed breakdown and correct score predictions, stay connected for more matches, more insights, more deep analysis. And to all the fans watching from everywhere around the world, your support is what keeps this going. Shout out to every single one of you for being part of this journey and supporting the game we all love.